cloudy, but looks like the sun's trying to come out today at least. Hopefully it doesn't start raining. And what's going on today? Lots of news, I guess, about things like mandates and vaccines. I guess the first thing I read was apparently with all that war in Ukraine, there's a bunch of videos popping up where apparently they're drone strikes, although it's kind of hard to determine what's, I guess, quote, real with everything that's out there right now. This one here says, "Welcome to hell. Ukraine drone strike destroys Russian convoy in aerial footage. The Turkish drones hit 2 Russian forces in the Zhytomyr and Kherson regions on Ukraine." Seems like a bunch of people posted the same video. Like this one here says what? Ukraine has released its second video of a drone attack by the Turkish-made Bayraktar TB2 against Russian forces. In the morning, around 70 Chechens were sent to their craters by another TB2 strike. Russia doesn't have air superiority and it's costing them. I guess to corroborate those video footages, you see people posting footages from the ground, and it seems like here there's tanks, they're all on fire, with the assumption being that it got hit by the drone, for example. Like this one here says what? A Russian convoy destroyed this morning. Again, just funny with that thought of people fearing like recreational drones and stuff like that. Is this stuff, in my opinion, that you should be really afraid of, like military drones and all that. With that in mind, while the war is a big issue and all that, we can't forget what's happening in North America. And apparently recently, just from what I'm seeing with the buzz and stuff online and all that, it seems like a lot of people are getting really upset over things like vaccine data with Pfizer and all that. And to kind of lead into that, apparently recently, like in Ontario, it says they're going to lift vaccine certificate system, remaining capacity limits in all indoor settings. So they're kind of getting rid of most things. And then it seems like other places, for some reason, they're following suit with other stuff. Like in the US, it says what? Congress drops mask mandate just ahead of Biden's State of the Union address. So is this just all like a coincidence? Everyone doing it kind of at the same time as this, I guess, data that's supposed to be released in terms of things like Pfizer and all that. So to try to make sense of everything, I was trying to look at all the available information from news sites and stuff. It seems like first it started with this, like here it says, wait, what? FDA wants 55 years to process FOIA requests over vaccine data. So for whatever reason, they didn't want to give all the information public, which I would say, why would you do that? It's science. People need that to be able to make decisions on what to do. And then this one here says what? CDC withholding COVID data over fears of misinterpretation. The CDC has admitted it is withholding large portions of COVID-19 data, including on vaccine boosters, from the public because it fears the information could be misinterpreted. And I guess that might relate to this because this was everywhere in the news too. Like this one says, Pfizer vaccine just 12% effective in kids ages 5 to 11. Study says, a new study has found that Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine is less effective at protecting children from the Omicron variant. Researchers with the New York State Department of Health found that the vaccine's effectiveness dropped from 68% to 12% in children aged 5 through 11 between December 13th through January 24th. So you can imagine there, everyone has the same set of, I guess, information and data to work with, but like there, I guess, it seems like some people are withholding them, like they said there, like the CDC, but they've been ordered to release it, to my understanding. Like with Pfizer today, they're supposed to release a ton of stuff, so who knows? Because I know in terms of things like business-wise in the stock market and all that, things like Pfizer and Moderna stocks, they tanked, and that should give you a clue. Something is going on. What is it? Who knows? So it makes you wonder, everyone has the same set of, I guess, information to go with, but I guess like with these stories, they're being withheld in many instances, I guess because it doesn't work in your favor, whichever route you're trying to, I guess, direct people to go with. So it's kind of interesting, like here in Canada, in BC specifically, for some odd reason, we are still insisting in keeping things the way they are, for example, with like passports and all that, and people wonder why, correct? Well, this was kind of interesting because apparently there was, I guess, a press conference with the health officials that are in charge here, and people were asking here, this guy reports, on what is different in BC compared to other jurisdictions, because the science should be the same everywhere, right? And apparently the doctor here, it says, Henry says it is a bit of politics and a bit of science. There shouldn't be any politics, in my opinion, when it comes to this stuff. You give everyone the raw data, You analyze it and everyone makes the best decision on the best way to go based on science, not politics. I think basic common sense and logic too, whatever data there is there must not be very good, otherwise they would have just released it transparently, because you would think if it works in your favor in that sense you would, correct? So I guess you have to brace yourself. What's going to happen now afterwards? So again, it'll be interesting to see how all doctors and scientists and so forth interpret the data. I don't even know how that actually is legal down there, actually, withholding information because you think people will misinterpret it a different way. I mean, shouldn't that be a law of sort? You have to give everything in terms of what's happening and all the data. Holy cow, that's thunder sound. I think I can max up in this level now in this game. It's been like, what, over a year? Okay, it is starting to rain here too, the thunder. This should be it. Complete. Alright, see you guys later.